John, if I may just follow up, please. If this came down to it, wouldn't it be up to the localities through a binding referendum that we want this, say in Virginia Beach, Virginia, and if we can do it for $10,000 with the software through a server, then let us vote on it.
Well, first of all, to speak to the bill only, as Chap said, only addresses state government.
Right.
We did not start out with the intent to direct what local governments would or must do. Would I like to see this in every local government? You bet I would. But, you know, I try to practice what I preach, and I oppose directing other levels of government to do things. And fundamentally, that's where on their own, and I appreciate that. And those of us participating in this effort are doing what we can to come down on that. There are local governments, as I noted, that are pursuing this, and when they encounter legal hurdles, because it is a Dillon rule state, to knock those hurdles down and to make it easier for them to do and to encourage them to do it. And Chap's comment along the lines of what I said earlier is, ideally down the road, what I'd like to see is an interconnection between different levels of government that are participating in this transparency effort, so you can trace money up and down the levels of government, not only within a particular, be it Virginia State, Fairfax County, local, or federal.
Last question.
Last year when this bill came up in the Senate, it was defeated, I believe it was Senator House Committee, is that correct? He's the chairman of this, well, no, which committee was it?
He led the charge against it, but it was Senator Locke's committee, it's general laws.
And Senator House led the charge against it, he's the chairman of the state's FOIA committee.
Yes.
And the other person who opposes it is Senator Stosh, who created Commonwealth Data Point. Is that correct?
Yes. Senator Stosh, I think, is going to make an effort to upgrade Data Point this year. I don't know how far that will go. So he did not support us last year, but we'll see what this year holds. I mean, I think there was a report recently. I want to say Scott Petersen, on behalf of whatever group he works for, put it out, where they identified the transparency levels of the states, and only 15 did they identify as being in any reasonable way transparent. Virginia, needless to say, was not among them. And I think Senator Stosh was surprised by that, because I think his view of Data Point was that it was a lot more robust than it really is. Now remember, he's on the Finance Committee, so if he needs information, Data Point is not going to be his first stop. His telephone is his first stop. And that works well for someone in his position. But if you go use Data Point, and I would encourage all of you to do so, you'll find that it is very, very difficult to get the kind of contextual information we're talking about. The most shocking thing to me at last year's hearing was when the Auditor of Public Accounts, Cuccinelli, got up and informed people that they block Google from searching their database. That's how open we are. We are actively blocking Google from figuring out what we have.
And for an idea of what we're looking to accomplish, the federal website is www.usaspending.gov. And so that does give you an example of what Coburn and Obama accomplished at the federal level. It's what we're looking to accomplish at the state level.
Great. Last two comments. We're going to shut it down here. You asked the question about how much this is going to cost. There's a document on the Tertium Quids website that looks at what other states have done. There are 6 states, 5 of whom allocated no money for this to be done. 6th one that did it for $39,000. In terms of Robert's question, I have people coming to me all the time that are wannabes. They want to run for public office. They're not participating in any group. They're not involved, as far as I can see, in any way. They don't attend Tuesday morning group coalition meetings. What I have decided to do is to tell each one of these people what locality you're from. We need budget transparency in that locality. Why don't you go to your municipality, your county, and your school board, and show us what you can do, and then we'll decide whether you need to come and speak at a meeting or not. So that pre-qualifies them. That's it. Thank you very much for being here today. We greatly appreciate your participation.